Hi, I'm ACBA. I am Rebecca Olson, your CEO, and I am delighted to be here again learning about the amazing women leaders that we have in our profession as we get ready for our Women to Watch Awards this coming September. Really excited about our Voices of Impact Leadership Forum that's going to follow it as well. But today, I want to introduce you to Jaime Thompson of Nicholin Advisors, one of our honorees. And so, Jaime, what would you say is an accomplishment in your career that you are most proud of, and really why?
So for me, while awards and accolades are wonderful, nothing really compares to the security and the opportunity that come with being able to provide for my family.
Mm.
Every decision that I've made, leaving a traditional job, building Nicholin Advisors from the ground up, and growing year over year, has really been guided by the goal of creating a life where I can be present for the people who matter most
Mm.
while making a meaningful impact for my clients. So that's it for me.
And that's enough. That's amazing, right? And I'm curious, and this is going off script, of course, but Nicholin Advisors, why the name? I don't know if I asked you this before.
Yeah, no. So it's we had a very a common name before. We were
Okay.
Bayside Accounting, and
Okay.
unfortunately, there was another Bayside Accounting, and so we had to come up with something a little different. And
Yeah.
when you know it, accountants are very creative when it comes to their names, and almost every name that I could think of was already taken.
Wow.
So I happened to land on one of those hashtag generator website things, and put in our middle names. My business partner's middle name is Nicholas, and mine
Okay.
is Lynn. So nobody else has this name.
No, I love it. I love it. I thought there's got to be a story behind that. So I wanted to ask because I knew there had to be. That's awesome.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
creativity, I love it. So who for you would have been like a significant mentor or role model in your career that you kind of look up to, and how have they really influenced you, and hopefully now how you're influencing others through their mentorship?
Yeah, of course. So one of the most significant mentors recently in my career is my friend Diamond.
Mm.
In a very short period of time, she has become not only a good friend and accountability partner, but
Mm.
also a trusted mentor. Her wisdom, both personally and professionally, has been very invaluable to me. She not many people truly see me.
Mm.
They see what I can do for them. They see what I represent, right? But they don't see me. But
Mm.
Diamond does. And she holds me accountable to being the very best version of myself, and believes in my ability to do hard things. And I think everybody needs somebody in their life like that. Um,
Absolutely.
this belief has really shifted my perspective on how we support each other in our industry. And it's really kind of inspired me to be that same kind of unwavering support for others.
That's amazing to have somebody with that strength. And I love that her name is Diamond too, because that just
That's
speaks to
actually her
that
last,
strength.
that's
Yeah.
actually her last name. Yeah, but
Okay.
that's what everybody calls her is Diamond.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you talk about the strength that she provides you and somebody that can see you. Wow, like that personal and professional mentor. That's somebody that knows that whole realm because we're not like two different people. It's not like we switch on and off. So that's fantastic that you have someone in your life like that. I think we all need those leaders, and that inspires you to do that for other people. So our profession is changing, of course. I think every day I see something new and new stat, new technology, new, way of doing things. What advice would you give a young person that's kind of just getting started in this really dynamic and changing profession?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Our profession is evolving from primarily transactional work to this more strategic advisory and being able to use automation and AI to take over those more routine tasks. It really gives us the opportunity to focus on interpreting the data and advising our clients and truly helping them drive their own success. Because at the end of the day, the compliance work is still just compliance work. It's done because it has to be done, right? But what they really truly want from us is to help them succeed in their business, right? And for somebody new to the profession, I would say embrace technology, but don't forget about the human side of things. Relationship building, problem solving, and clear communication will really set you apart. Don't negate those soft skills. And most importantly, find mentors early in your career. Having someone in your corner to guide you, to challenge you, and to advocate for you is very invaluable.
Absolutely, yeah. That communication, that it is such a core competency, and sometimes I worry with technology we're losing some of that, but that certainly makes people stand out in this changing profession. People want that trusted advisor and that being able to have that bedside manner for clients almost, right? That we think about with nurses and doctors, but that communication is huge. And in this rapidly changing profession, right, we're trying to change the narrative. Like we're trying to talk about how we use tech appropriately for bigger insights and things like that as we bring that communication. So as we change the narrative of who the CPA is, who the accounting and finance professional is, what they do, how they provide value, we're thinking about how is that shaped by the individual's purpose or why, what motivates them. And so, what would you say is behind you and your purpose and why, and how that motivates you?
Yeah, absolutely. So from a very early age, I have volunteered in a lot of different organizations. Giving back and helping people was instilled in me in an early age. And so my why as a business owner is to do just that. It's to help people and do what I do, which is or excuse me, in my business is to help them gain financial clarity and confidence. One of the things that is still a rather taboo subject for many is money.
Yeah.
And there's often a lot of fear around not only not managing money, but also understanding taxes. I can't tell you how many clients, at first I thought it was a joke, keep me out of jail, but they are legitimately concerned and afraid. And I don't want people to feel that you shouldn't feel that way about, yes, it's a necessary evil, but it's not, it shouldn't be a fear. And
Mm,
so I try to help people, break down those barriers, simplify the complex. Because again, accounting is and taxes are its own language, so
right.
not everybody speaks it. But to be able to give people the tools to make informed decisions without fear. When
Mm.
someone feels empowered instead of intimidated by their finances, can really change their life. So that's what drives me to be that trusted advisor and that voice of clarity and reassurance.
That's an amazing purpose, an amazing why, right? Like it goes back to that communication too of translating that language of tax, that language of business, that accounting and finance, and really empower someone to know and understand and to lose that fear part. That's awesome. And so I'm going to ask you to complete the sentence. So to you, Jamie, being a leader means what?
So to me, being a leader means inspiring others to reach their full potential while guiding them through challenges with empathy and with integrity and with a clear vision for the future. One of the things I always talk to my clients about is you need to know where you're going with your business. Why do you have that? Everybody needs to make money to pay their bills, right? But that in itself, you could have a job anywhere, right? Why do you have this business? Why do you have this job? And being able to lead by example even just for them and create opportunities, being the person that others know that they can count on, especially when things get hard. To me, that's really what being a leader is all about.
It's amazing. And it goes back to that purpose and the why, right? Like if we can all inspire the next person to tap into that purpose and why and be motivated by that too, what a different world we would live in, right? So
Absolutely.
as we think about the MACPA, right, and the community of accounting and finance, which, I'm not ashamed to say, I think we have the best in the country, that we have some amazing leaders. I was just getting on a call an hour or two ago to get ready for this Voices of Impact event, and just was like, wow, the amount of people, because our speakers at the event, like, we are just so blessed. And so MACPA is actually, we're celebrating our 125th anniversary next year in 2026, which sounds crazy, but we were founded in 1901 when the CPA license was born here in Maryland. So what does it mean to you to be part of a professional community, one that has a rich history, but one that has a really bright future too? What does it mean to you to be part of that professional community?
Well, yeah, as you mentioned, it's been. I wish that I had joined the MACPA sooner. I really do. I feel like I'm only a recent member, but I feel like I've missed out on a lot of things. But I'm really happy to be here now and to have found the group. Being a Marylander my entire life, I do have a strong, like a lot of Marylanders, I have a
Yeah.
strong sense of state pride. So I'm really happy that our organization is one of the best. And I think more importantly, it's being surrounded by people who understand the challenges and opportunities of our profession. I can talk to a million business owners a day, but there's nobody else who quite understands what it's like to be an accountant unless you are an accountant. So,
Mhm.
having a place to learn and to share and to celebrate together with other accountants. I recently actually signed up to participate in the MACPA mentorship program that kicks
Awesome.
off in a couple of months.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how that will allow me to connect with and support other professionals. And being a part of this community again goes back to kind of like my why. It's contributing to something bigger than myself,
Mm.
helping shape the future of the profession and ensuring that the next generation has the tools and the confidence and the network that they need to be able to succeed.
Absolutely. Yep. And I love to hear that. It is my greatest joy that I get to be part of this community and I get to talk to people all constantly about this community, right? It's literally in my job to help make CPAs more successful, be connected here in the state, and to raise up that future generation. And it is a joy. And so thank you, Jamie, for joining me to chat a little bit, to learn a little bit more about you, and to really celebrate your accomplishments and your impact and future impact that you'll continue to make on our profession. So thank you, Jamie. It was wonderful to see you, and we look forward to seeing you in person in September.
Awesome. Thanks, Rebecca. I really appreciate it.